Hello, and welcome back to another part of this What If fan-made story of What If Gine went to Earth with Goku. It's my own take on it with a whole bunch of other storylines and stuff, changes and all that. Okay, let's start off with the Frieza part, the Golden Frieza saga. To be honest, this is one of the arcs I really hadn't thought about what to do with. Like, I know what I'm gonna do with the arc after, but not this one really. Let's see. Okay, pretty much him getting resurrected is pretty much the same. Goku, almost everything's the same, except I'm gonna say like the freaking what's his name that trained with Frieza. He's stronger in this timeline because Frieza's more motivated. To train, and he basically then he ends up when they revive him and he trains, he ends up facing the person he trains with gets so strong, and when Ginyu actually switches bodies with them, everyone is almost on the verge of death, more so than in the movie. The person who now, this is where I'm going to start changing up, because it took me a while to figure out what I was going to do with this. Goku fights Frieza first, but then fights him first, while Vegeta takes care of Captain Ginyu. Yeah, and then they end up, when they're facing him, Vegeta ends up killing him in Super Saiyan Blue form. Sinon's there too, but because I'm making Frieza stronger in this, I'm gonna do something a little different in this. And to be honest, this wasn't a part of my original idea. It's just something I came with on the fly. Goku starts to lose because at this point, Gine and Sinon are the most powerful ones there. They end up using the fusion dance to fuse to face Frieza. And basically they basically fight him and whatnot, and basically the fusion's basically playing the role as basically what Vegeta did, and then basically Goku comes in and blasts him. But the only thing is when it happened is the fusion already defused, but Frieza was weak enough to where Gine flew off and just went back in the thing. So like when it happened, Gine just watched it happen. Then pretty much the rest is the same. Then we go into the tournament. Against Champa. Let's see. I would get rid of the one guy that they used to have them train. I would place him with Gine. And Sinon will replace Piccolo. Pretty much everything happens the same. But the only thing is, the other team almost wins in this timeline, but they do still lose because when they face Hit, Gine wins because he's already taken so much damage from the original fight. He doesn't throw the match like in canon. And yes, I'm not going into full detail because, again, I'm not that good with this type of stuff, but I'm just trying to describe it the best way I can. Okay, now we go into the next. Oh, damn it! Sorry about that. Now let's go into the tournament. The next, the what's it called? Zamasu arc. I'm gonna say Zamasu. I would just say future arc more so, but yeah, it's future arc. In the future arc, Trunks goes back in time, but I'm gonna go into his timeline real fast and explain what's going on right now. Also, in my original timeline, like my whole for a little just so it makes sense for because it was originally a game idea. I'm just gonna say this. My original idea for when Trunks went back in time the first time is or not Trunks, but actually, who was it that went back in time? I think it was Sinon and Gine, right? Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think it was them. I haven't looked at my videos in a while, so I can't really say. But yeah, I'm gonna say Gine is the one, not Gine, but Sinon is the one that goes back in time. Trunks, they basically the person that they're. Sorry about that, cut off on me. But yeah, Gine is the one who's gonna be the body's gonna be taken by Zamasu instead of Goku, because Gine at this point is more powerful than Goku, and so is Sinon. So yeah, pretty much because of that, everything somewhat happens similar, but it's pretty different because it's different. There's only uh, Asuna goes back in time with Sinon, but the only thing is everyone else in their timeline is pretty much been wiped out except for Trunks and the other character. Gine is pretty much gone. I don't know. I don't remember if she died in the last part or this part, or I don't remember. But I know either way she's gone in that timeline. So it's just those two. They end up they're fight they go back in time and bring and whatnot, and then Zama's Black Gine shows up. Gine ends up facing him. He ends up, and pretty much everything happens pretty much the same. She tries to kill him, but when she went to do the final blast, he got sucked into the vortex right before it hit him. But yeah, Gwen, stop. But yeah, Gine ends up then Gine, Sinon, not future Sinon, normal Sinon. Now there's two Sinons in the future, and one Gine. Okay, pretty much most of this is going to happen the same with them bringing in the Mafuba and all that. But this is where things start changing up. Gine and Sinon use the Atari earrings to fuse. They had another set that Goku and Vegeta used. So they're facing off against Zamasu, and then he fuses. And again, I'm not going into very good detail, and to be honest, I'm not good at explaining it. I've thought of more interesting plot stuff. It's just I don't know how to word it right. But yeah. Well, now that pretty much does that. I guess I should go into the Tournament of Power now. Because again, I know. In the Tournament of Power, it's Gine, Sinon, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, 18, 17. Okay, it cut off again, so I'm gonna restart. Sinon, Goku, Vegeta, 18, 17, Krillin, Gohan, And wait, let me double check that real fast. Goku, Gine, Sinon, uh, Vegeta, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Gine, Sinon, 18, 17, Krillin, Piccolo, and Master Roshi. There will be no Frieza in this timeline getting brought back. But yeah, a good chunk of the fights happen the same. It's just that later arcs. It's just some of the people that got replaced get fight different. Or they end up fighting their versions. But this is where things start differing. Goku, he does get Ultra Instinct, yes. And then he basically ends up facing again Jiren. But in this timeline, Jiren, the last people standing in the Tournament of Power is Goku, Gine, Sinon, 17, and Jiren. Everyone on that except for 17. Okay, 17. Gine and Sinon fuse using the fusion dance in Super Saiyan 4. And last part, this fusion, yeah, it's extremely powerful. But there's a difference between this. But the thing is, though, is they've actually unlocked a new form. They go from Super Saiyan 4 and they mix it with Super Saiyan Blue in the fusion. I know this is a massive, like, what if part, but, like, yeah. But, yeah. They end up fusing, and they end up facing against Jiren. They're about to run out of time because of the time limit. Because it only had, like, 5 or 10 minutes to fusion because of how strong it is. And what they do is, for the final thing they do is they grab onto him because technically the fusion is stronger than Jiren. They basically grab a hold of them and tell Goku 17, fire now, and they fire at him, pushing them out of the ring, and while the fusion holds on to Jiren. But the fusion expires right when Jiren's about to fall out. And he basically escapes it. And basically the rest is pretty much like canon. And also Majin Buu is there too, but maybe, but I'm probably not. But yeah, after that, all the universe being destroyed and brought back, this is where this comes in. Finally, it's nearly time. My resurrection is nearly at hand. I can finally get my revenge on all those who taken my power. And against Zeno. If I ain't the original God of Destruction. Okay, then we go into... I might as well go into it. They end up... Then they go... This is where the main part of the story goes to, is this massive what-if part coming up. After Tournament Power, it skips probably about 5-6 years. Gine and Sinon have unlocked Super Saiyan 5 at this point. And yes, I know I basically haven't mentioned Sly in this part. I'm basically just not using him at this point. He had a lot more significant plot points in the original version of my story thing, but I don't remember all the stuff I had for him. So, yeah. They end up when they wish back all the universes, it restored the universe that were destroyed years prior that they mentioned in the canon. it brings those universes back, breaking the seal. The main villain ends up going after each one of the gods of destructions of the universes that were just brought back and killing them and stealing his power back. Because all of their powers were originally his. He ends up going after all of them, going to the point where he ends up taking on Beerus, but he got stopped and wasn't able to kill Beerus, but he was still able to take his powers. So after a while, he gets all of his powers back, and all the Z-Fires are basically jumping in at a specific point. And the main... when they find out about this threat, though, Sinon's mother shows up. Gine says, "You are..." "Yes, I'm here to tell you it is time. Your destiny has to become true. You're the only ones who can save this universe. You must unlock the true power of the Super Saiyan God. I will train you in the last steps, because you've already unlocked it to a specific extent. You have already unlocked 99% of your true power. Once you hit 100%, you will be able to unleash Super Saiyan White." Then the whole training thing happens, they unlock Super Saiyan White, and they end up going and face him and whatnot. Now, this is where stuff is going to get a little bit ridiculous. Because he's the original God of Destruction. I should probably point this out. The original God of Destruction actually is a character in canon, but because of what character I took from canon, they intentionally mentioned the original Super Saiyan God. That when they talked about the him showing up thousands of years ago, when they had in the Dragon Ball Battle of Gods movie and all that Wish other time, it's the same guy. So I just want to correct myself and explain that better. It's the same guy, literally. The only characters that are actually new in here, original, more so, is Sinon, Asuna, Sly, and the wife. Now, I should probably go in a little bit more backstory about the main villain. He was originally a good guy, but when he got offered the role to become like the guardian of the world, he ended up getting affected by a dark key that made him the original God of Destruction. But the dark key was so pure and evil that took control of him, turning him crazy. This is what happened. So, but yeah, then it ends up going in this timeline. He ends up facing against. They fight him, but he's too strong, and he says, "I don't have time for this. I guess I'll use my 2 minions I've just summoned from 2 alternate timelines." They bring him up, and everyone is dumbfounded of who they see. They see 2 versions of Broly. And he ends up giving them a thing called Dark Guitar Earrings, and they fuse. Basically making a Mega Broly. Or Super Broly. Yeah. Yes, I'm going with the whole Zamasu thing, kind of, with Broly, but I just thought it would be cool to have, like, a super OP Broly. But yeah, they end up facing him. Gine and Sinon are the only ones able to actually fight the villains here. To be honest, Sly also was here too, but to be honest, Asuna, she's, again, like as I said before, Asuna is literally just a character for like the future arc parts. She wasn't really important for any other part. But they end up facing... Oh, I should probably point out, the universe doesn't get destroyed. And they're from the future timeline, it doesn't get destroyed. Because they completely wipe him out. before, yeah, because they were able to destroy him so much to where even his immortality broke. Yes, I'm going there, but basically, they fight Broly. They get very damaged, and they are on the verge of death. But right then, Goku and Vegeta both fly in. Well, technically, it was originally supposed to be Goku and Sly, but yeah, that didn't happen. But yeah, they end up giving them both sensu beans after they end up being Broly and all that beforehand, but they were badly wounded. Gine, I think there's only one option we can do to beat him. What's that? We need to fuse with our using our full power. What? Yes. Okay. Fusion ha! I am Gi. Gi. I am Gi. The fusion between Sinon and Gine. I will stop you! Now, this is a fusion between normal fusion, but this is the first part of the fight. They run out of power when they're fighting the main villain. He's actually using a power called Super Saiyan Black and White, because he has the power of good and evil within him. Because at this point, he's absorbed his wife's power and killed her at this point. He ends up facing... They face her... I mean, not face him. He ends up... they defusing. They have to use the normal Atara earring fusion. And at this point, they finally able to win. Also, I should probably point this out. At this point, they're actually extremely powerful. But also, there's also one other thing. They're not using the normal Atara earrings. These are called white Atara earrings. What's different about white and black Atara earrings is that they're permanent. So Broly and Broly are super fused together, but he's dead, so that's fine. But the thing is, when he died, they still split apart. Have it to black Atara, but it's a little different for the white. Grand Zeno and the Grand Priest, I think that's what he's called. They end up offering the fusion a job to protect the universe. Gine and Sinon both thought about it in their fusion, and they said, I will agree on one addition. Yeah, and what's that addition? That you wait until I die in my normal life and bring me back to my youth. And then I will become the Guardian. Is that acceptable? Yes. Yes, that is. Well, that's pretty much the end of the storyline. Again, this isn't finished. This is just the bare bones, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff I'm still thinking about and all that, but I hope you enjoy this video, and take care, and that's all. Later, folks!